Okay, so we've all been there. You ask an AI for an answer, and what you get back? It looks perfect. It's so polished, so confident, it makes a great case. But somewhere in the back of your mind, this little alarm bell starts ringing, right? That's the moment. That feeling of, this seems right, but is it? Well, today we're going to dig into what is probably the single most important AI skill you can have, learning how to check its answers without having to become a full-time researcher to do it. First things first, we've got to do a quick but really important mindset shift. The goal here is not to constantly mistrust AI, looking for every tiny flaw. Honestly, that's just exhausting and it's not very productive. What we're talking about is shifting from a mindset of mistrust to one of responsibility. So stop thinking of AI as some kind of adversary you're trying to catch in a lie. Instead, think of it as a powerful but kind of junior assistant. It's an incredible tool for sure, but it's one that still needs your oversight and your judgment. And this really gets to the heart of why we need that oversight. At its core, an AI is basically a language prediction engine. Its whole job is to mirror patterns and sound fluent and human-like. Its job is not to verify truth. That job, the verification, that's a fundamentally human skill. That falls to us. And this is exactly where most people go wrong. They try to verify an AI answer by opening like a dozen new tabs, Googling every single claim, and trying to read a bunch of articles all at once. You just end up completely overwhelmed with more information, not more clarity. That is the inefficient way. So, let's talk about the efficient way. It's a really simple, repeatable system that you can use in just a few minutes to get way better answers and feel a whole lot more confident in them. We're going to call it the 3-layer fact-check method. So here's the roadmap. Just 3 simple layers. First, we're going to check the internal logic. Second, we're going to uncover any hidden assumptions. And third, we're going to test it against reality. Let's break each one of these down.
All right, layer 1, the logic check. Now, before you even think about looking at external facts, just read the AI's answer on its own. Does the conclusion it gives you actually follow from the explanation it provided? Does it maybe contradict itself from one paragraph to the next? Are there these big leaps in reasoning where it jumps from A to D without ever explaining B and C?
Now, here's the brilliant part. You don't have to guess. You can just ask the AI this one simple prompt. Explain your reasoning step by step. A lot of the time, when you force the AI to show its work, the logical flaws just pop right out and become immediately obvious. If that logic collapses, that's your red flag. Okay, let's move on to layer 2, the assumption check. This is where most AI errors hide. They're not usually in outright lies. They're in the unstated, hidden assumptions the AI is making to cook up its answer. And again, we have a little superpower prompt for this. You can just ask it directly, what assumptions are you making here? Forcing the AI to list its own assumptions is so powerful. Then all you have to do is ask yourself, do these assumptions actually apply to my specific situation? I'm telling you, this one question catches the vast majority of errors. And this brings us to the final and maybe the most important layer, the reality check. This is where your human experience comes into play. You take the AI's clean, theoretical answer, and you just ask, does this actually align with the messy, complicated real world? Does it fit with just plain old common sense or what I know from my own experience? See, this is the big disconnect. AI often operates in this ideal world, a world with perfect conditions, perfectly rational people, and unlimited resources. Our world, as we all know, rarely works that way. All right, now let's put all 3 of these layers together into one super powerful tool you can use anytime an AI answer feels just a little too good to be true. This right here is the sanity check prompt. Seriously, save this. Copy and paste it right after the AI gives you an answer. It forces the AI to become its own critic. It's basically running the logic, assumption, and reality checks for you. It's such a simple step that dramatically reduces that blind trust. So here's the crucial point. This isn't just some neat trick. This is a fundamental skill for anyone who's using AI in any meaningful way. Because, the stakes for getting it wrong can be pretty high. And this isn't just some abstract idea. I mean, whether you're a professional trying to prevent bad decisions at work, a student who wants to actually learn instead of just copy-pasting, or a leader who needs to model accountability for your team, the stakes are real. This skill is all about the integrity of your work. And that brings us to the single most important takeaway. Just remember this. AI confidence is free.
Human accountability is not. It costs the AI absolutely nothing to be 100% confident, even when it is 100% wrong. The cost of that mistake, however, that's all yours.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. When a decision based on an AI's answer goes wrong, the AI isn't going to be the one explaining it to your boss or your client or your students. You will be. And that's why this skill isn't just about fact-checking, it's about ownership.